Kyle from Stonebridge Guitars International, and I'm here today with Gustavo Fofão, all the way from Brazil. And he is playing a concert tonight across the street and picked up his brand new Avenir guitar, the Bear Model. So I would love to hear a little bit more about you and your upbringing and your story and how you got started with guitar and how you got to where you are today.
Okay, it's a pleasure to be here again with you guys, and this is a monster of a guitar, and thank you so much for the opportunity. My upbringing was not so formal at the beginning. My brother, I have an older brother, and he started to learn a little bit about guitar. He got a very rustic nylon guitar back home, and I was interested on the whole thing, like seeing him. I was admiring him, learning a little bit, and I was really into music, but I didn't have any instruction, so I wasn't even really aware of how a specific electric guitar sounds like, or a bass guitar. It was a mixture of things that I really loved, and I loved folk music, rock and roll, metal, all sorts of things. And I was listening to what my parents were listening, and my brother, and I felt inspired in a way to pick up the guitar and just strum a little bit. At first, I tended to play like a dobro.
Right.
So it was on my lap, and my brother was correcting me on that. And I am left-handed as well, so I wanted to change it. But in Brazil, left-handed instruments are very scarce.
Yeah.
So he did the right thing, because otherwise I would have problems. And I was just interested. Then his old friend from childhood friend, Daniel Mariano, which is a very skilled musician and a very skilled teacher as well, took me in and started to teach me some classical stuff. At first I had my difficulties to understand notation, and I still do. I tend to say that I don't read at all, because I'm illiterate at that topic. But he exposed me to a lot of different music. So music from Paraguay, music from Latin America, music from rock and roll and progressive rock and all sorts of stuff. And we were talking in the afternoons, and once a week or twice a week for some time. So that's my background as a student. And then I wasn't able to continue with the lessons, which were very cheap, to be honest, but it was impossible for me at the time. And I started to find my way, like ask friends to play together, join bands, and experiment. And that was, for a long time I was like that. I studied electrical engineering. I never finished the program, and I decided that I wanted to be a musician. My parents said that they would support me. It was a hard thing. No one was aware of how hard was going to be.
Yeah.
But they support me. And then I found this opportunity of being a guitar instructor to a YouTube channel that then became the biggest YouTube channel on the subject. And I was there, and I still work with the guys for, it's 15 years now.
Okay,
so.
Yeah. You have quite a following online. That's how that all started, with that YouTube channel?
Yes, that's how the whole thing started. It was a little bit before social media was really a thing. We had Orkut back then. How do you say it? We say Orkut in Brazil. So
I'm not sure.
It's old. Don't care about it. But then Brazilians started to use Facebook, and we were there. And YouTube became a huge thing, and we were there. And our channel, back in 2011, I think we were the 4th biggest channel in Brazil, which is a big thing, because Brazilians love internet, and they love to content. And so it was a thing, and people started to follow us, and I started to dig more because I had more time. I feel like I had more time, and yeah, and it was a different section of my life as a musician. And I've been doing that. I've been composing fingerstyle or something like fingerstyle tunes for a long time, since I was a teenager. And I've been following guys, huge names like Don Ross, Canadian, Annie McKee, Antoine, Canadian, which is downstairs, by the way. And yeah, so I've been in love with that. I played a lot of metal. I played a lot of strange, questionable venues back then. And I found those guys from Taverna, and we've been playing Celtic music for quite some time now. Been doing all sorts of stuff.
It's really cool to hear you have such a diverse mix. You have a bit of a classical background, but you really branch out and learn different styles, and that shows in your playing because it's very complex and intricate, and I can see you pulling from different influences, and it gives you a really well-rounded sound and very unique sound.
Oh, thank you very much. I hope it's not inaccessible in a way, because I'm trying to keep it simple. I'm not too I don't have that much complexity as other fingerstyle players do in terms of the amount of techniques.
Yeah.
But I tend to do something that sounds good as a song.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Very beautiful music, and you compose as well.
Yeah.
How many albums do you have out?
Just two small albums with instrumental music. I have other pieces that I composed over the years, and I have one album with Taverna as well. We have traditional Irish, Scottish songs arranged for our purpose, in our way,
yeah,
if you will. And I'm planning to record some songs. I discovered myself as a singer when I was forced to do that. So now I'm believing that I could do something good for people and for myself by doing that as well. So I'm
that's so exciting.
Again walking a different path in the middle of the whole quest.
Yeah, and you've been recognized. You have endorsements with other companies,
yeah,
like Martin. You're also a Martin player. Is that
yeah,
all from your YouTube exposure that's gotten you international and recognition?
Yes and no. Of course, that counts.
Yeah,
it's a very important thing if you wanna reach out and be recognized. Internet still the best way, I would say, for many years now. But I'm so in love with the whole concept of acoustic guitars, acoustic music, and how to build an instrument, and the people that are behind the instruments, that I've been researching that for forever. Mm-hmm. And so that makes me, I guess it makes me, I wouldn't say qualified, but makes me connected in a way that builders like it.
Yeah.
So now I'm working as a Martin artist, and of course as a SGI Avenir artist, which is it's two different ways of seeing the guitar. I would say they're complementary. They're not the same thing. But I work with luthiers in Brazil, and I have friends who are luthiers, very skilled luthiers. I've been at the Thompson Guitars Workshop in Oregon, and they also wanted to cooperate and do something. At the time, I hadn't had the chance to get an instrument, but I'm on their website. I don't even have a Thompson guitar, but I love their work in general. And I think there's a connection that's so true. It's so true in a way that builders are interested, mm-hmm. and I'm all about it. So that's what happens actually. And the internet thing helps a lot because I did hundreds of guitar reviews.
Right.
Over the years, more than I can tell, it's more than 500
yeah.
right now. So it makes me also connected and also qualified to talk about instruments.
Yeah. And how did you hear about Stonebridge, and what made you want to reach out and work with us?
I learned about Stonebridge a long time ago when I was so into those guys playing fingerstyle music, when the whole thing appeared online, like Candy Rat Records. And I started to understand that all of those brands were part of something bigger. And I remember the logo, the traditional logo of Stonebridge. And I saw some players using the instruments, so I kept that in my mind. And we were, last year, we were at a friend's house in Neris, which is like 10 minutes from here. And we were searching, there's a store nearby from Brazil, from Brazilians, called Seu Mercado. And I saw Brick House guitars, and I saw Stonebridge at the same time. And I made a connection. So Stonebridge, Canada, fingerstyle, maybe it's the old Stonebridge that I watched the instruments being played, and I did some extra research and I found you guys. And it was like, oh, so they operate in the same building. It seems like a store, but at the same time is a brand. So I think we should go there. And without any prior notice, we were here.
Yeah.
We just arrived at the door, and Roger was there and received us kindly, and as I said, instant connection again, because he's into a very good player, like very gentle, good, intricate player, and knows about his guitars. And then we started talking, and the boys went for a walk. It took a long time. They were, when they were back, we were still talking and trying guitars. I decided to pick a guitar for myself, and he offered me this position as an artist, told me about you. You contacted me, and the second meeting you were here, and you liked what you were hearing. So yeah, here we are. It happens because there's a whole background, and I really love it, so I tend to pay attention.
Amazing.
Yeah, no effort whatsoever.
Yeah, I remember hearing you play, and it was like incredible. The way that you made the guitar sing, I heard that guitar being played many times, but it sounded different when you were playing it.
Oh, that's great to hear.
You were able to bring out all of its potential, and that's really what's special about.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I remember your words. That you were very kind, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, thank you very much.
And how does that, now you have the Avenir, the large auditorium,
Fanfrat,
the Wenge,
20, Wenge, yeah.
How do you find that differs from this one here? And you've got the Bear.
Ah, okay,
model.
yeah. They are different beasts all the way. The auditorium Fanfrat is a modern oriented guitar, so you have tons of harmonics and tons of communication between the fundamental note and the harmonic content. And as it's a Wenge guitar, you got an almost ceramic crystal-like high thing happening, and it really excites the harmonics to a point where if you do like a regular G major, it's almost too much, because there's so much it's so cohesive in a way that maybe it's not the most suitable thing, but when you apply to textures, alternate tunings, more intricate connections between notes, you hear that whole bed of and depth of harmonic content that just takes you away to another dimension in terms of playing. And it is a very responsive guitar, and it's so in tune that this whole thing happens like magic. So easy to play. It's made to be easy, accessible, but it's not a cowboy guitar.
Yeah.
And it's the craftsmanship.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a hard one. That's my Fofão. So it is like superb, and this one has all the features of great making, great building. And it is a responsive guitar, but it has that connection to a vintage tone, a vintage punch. it is not too much. So if you play a G major, it sounds like old times.
Yeah.
And that one, it sounds like wow, lots of things. This one, it brings you to, I would say that the other one makes you dream about some things and experiment and hear new sounds. This one takes you back to a place where maybe you were never there, depends on what your beliefs, but you were never there, but you're hearing that, but you are experimented now with a more modern approach and building, and it's flawless in terms of how well put it is. So, and both guitars are really well put in terms of everything, like polished and in tune, and they feel their purpose.
Incredible. And I mentioned you're playing a show here tonight across the street.
Yeah.
And then next for you is Newfoundland.
Yeah, we fly Newfoundland tomorrow, and we have 12 gigs there. It's a beautiful place, magical place. The Newfies are great. I'm starting to catch their accent, which could be a problem for most Canadians.
Yeah.
But I just love the people there. It's and they have this deep connection with Celtic, Irish, Scottish. They have the heritage, so it's great to be around them. Once again, it will be our 4th time there.
Oh wow.
And they're just it's amazing. We're really excited to be there again. George Street playing at O'Reilly's and Yellow Belly. It's basically the same block, but 2 extremes at George Street. And then we're back to Ontario for 7 more gigs, and this time we are a trio featuring the great and insane fiddle player Irish Millie, Canadian-born Irish Millie, 18 years old, and she's insane.
Amazing.
She's a great player.
And how often do you get to tour in Canada?
Yearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one was 2019. Then the whole pandemic thing took all tours down. But as soon as we had the opportunity again, we did 22, 23, 24, and 25 now. So yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Very cool.
We were thinking about making it more, not just yearly, but a more common thing, more maybe 2 times, maybe St. Patrick's, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you done like the US or Europe or anywhere like
We
that?
did US in 2018. We did the Utah Renaissance Fair in Lehigh. It's super close to Salt Lake City. And this was our first international opportunity. And we were backed up by our government. We were approved in an editorial. We got a grant to do that. So we couldn't get paid, but we had the opportunity to do that using our visa because we didn't have any work visas back then. So and this was a chance. So we took it, and they loved us. They called the manager, American manager, Janine Renee, nicest person on earth. And we became friends, and we worked together for some years. And we got the opportunity to be in Canada, and we took it. So
Amazing.
Here we are.
Beautiful. Do you have anything else coming up that you want to talk about? Any new compositions or any big plans?
Well, I'm always talking about guitar. I'm always thinking about music and doing content, lessons and discussions and showing instruments. So if it's something that really touches you and you want to talk and you want to know more, and I'm gladly interacting and talking with anyone interested. And Taverna is still going strong, and we are touring this year and planning more things for the upcoming years. I'll probably appear out of the blue with some songs and singing some stuff in the next few months. And just just follow me on social media and we'll be in touch.
Perfect. And where can they find you? What's your website?
My Instagram is Gus Fofão. It's Gusfofao. And same thing for Facebook. If you put Gustavo Fofão, you'll find me there. And YouTube, same thing. If you put Gustavo Fofão, you'll find me there. So it's pretty much Gustavo Fofão everywhere.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being with us today, and we're really looking forward to the concert tonight and getting some amazing footage.
I'm totally excited for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So check out stonebridgeguitars.com for any upcoming announcements. Join our mailing list. We'll send you everything that's coming out next. Thank you so much.